So let's look at self-control before and after awakening. Before awakening, self-control describes the process of you controlling yourself, right? But after awakening, this wording doesn't make any sense. It applies only to the unawakened state. Why? Because the self that you are is with capital, is consciousness, and you have realized that during awakening, that you are undifferentiated divine consciousness, and therefore you don't need self-control. You don't need to restrain yourself from anything. But that is you as consciousness. And consciousness is operating through the mind-body organism here in this plane. And the mind-body organism has a complex programming that is the result of a long journey. And therefore, in this complex programming, there could be programs that are less than ideal. And some of them can be issues around or programs around addiction. So in those areas, self-control still applies, but not the word. Let's eliminate the word self there, so control applies. Control over what? Control over the mind-body organism. And who is applying this control? Consciousness. Consciousness itself. Consciousness has complete power over the mind-body organism, ultimately. Yeah? To the degree that the awakening has been embodied. I repeat, this is a very important idea. Ultimately, you as consciousness, as the self with capital S, you have ultimately complete control over the mind-body organism to the degree that the awakening has been embodied in the mind-body organism. So, but when you were trying to control yourself, you were operating from a fictitious self that doesn't exist and doesn't have much power. After awakening, you begin to operate from a real self with capital S that is ultimately infinitely powerful. So you see that after awakening, the possibilities to control the mind-body organism are endless and completely restrained from any addictive behavior or program that it may have. So that option is available after awakening, but before awakening it's a struggle, right? So this is another invaluable benefit of waking up, and I highly recommend that you wake up. If you are interested in awakening, there is a link for you here below this YouTube, and I hope this helps to clarify this point. I'm not saying that you as consciousness need to be, a tyrant over the mind-body organism and its different idiosyncrasies. No. You treat the mind-body organism with respect, love, and compassion, which is part of the embodiment in a way, because these characteristics are part of consciousness, what you are. So but at the same time, as if you were a good parent, you offer to the mind-body organism love, respect, and compassion, but at the same time, proper limits, right? Proper limits and adequate limits. Adequate restraints. No matter what type of addictions it may have had in the past. I know that some teachers, they, for example, Nisargadatta Maharaj, he said, well, this body, is having an issue. When he woke up, is smoking, and I'm going to let it smoke. That was a conscious decision he made for whatever reason. But that doesn't mean that he was allowing the organism to do everything and that everything goes. No. It meant that that particular thing was allowed. But I'm sure that he restrained the mind-body organism in other areas. Okay. Otherwise, you see, the mind-body organism is an animal, right? And it loves all the sensations. And I don't see Nisargadatta Maharaj, for example, becoming very big because he was indulging in food, or complaints about his sexual conduct or anything like that. He decided to give a go to the habit of the mind-body organism around cigarettes. That was a compartmentalized aspect of the mind-body organism, and he said, okay, this is not hurting anyone, and therefore he let it go. And he lived a long life despite this decision. So probably he was doing some other things that were compensating. And today we know that the Indian diet with a lot of curry, which contains turmeric, compensates a lot for indulging in cigarettes, smoking. All right, check that link, and I hope this helped.